Part 2, though, is a quadratic inequality. We've got a quadratic there, and if we get a quadratic in a question, in an inequalities question, you have to, please, 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 draw the graph. Okay, so we're going to draw this graph. We need to know, in order to, it's a quadratic, so we know it's going to look like this. It's a positive quadratic, so it's going to look like this. We just need to know where the graph crosses the x-axis. So, how do we solve this type of quadratic? There's no x term, notice, so we don't need to go down the factorising route. It's easier than that. Instead, we can just get x on its own by now dividing by 5 to get 16, and then square rooting. But if we square root, really, I should write equal signs here because I'm solving it. I'm not keeping it as an inequality. I'm trying to solve it for these 2 points here. So I'll change those to equal signs. Anyway, when we square root, we're going to get plus or minus 4. That tells me on this graph that that number is 4 and this number is minus 4. If we now go back to it as an inequality, the question is asking when is 5x squared greater than 80, or when is 5x squared take away 80 greater than 0. This is the graph of 5x squared take away 80, so if we're looking for when it's greater than 0, that will be above the x-axis here. The x coordinates where it's above the x-axis. So that tells me that the answer is that x is either greater than 4 or x is less than negative 4.